My name is Matthews Otieno Olili. I am a Mill Hill missionary and I come from Kenya. My vocation journey with the Mill Hill began in the year 1998. I then joined the formation program in 2001 and was ordained in 2011. Thereafter, I was sent on mission to witness to the love of God to the people of Sarawak, that is in East Malaysia, which is part of Borneo Island. Currently, I'm serving in Kapit Parish, which is in the Diocese of Cebu in Sarawak. The first Mill Hill missionaries to be sent to Borneo, that is to East Malaysia, arrived on 10th of July 1881. That is 15 years after Mill Hill was founded. This means that Borneo was among the first where Mill Hill came, only 15 years. One of the reasons why Mill Hill was invited at that time, especially by the person who was in charge of northern Borneo, his name was Raja Brook. One of the reasons he invited Mill Hill was because there was a lot of tension, a lot of violence, a lot of tribal wars. So Mill Hill came in as peace promoters, peacemakers. Apart from the fact that people were fighting among themselves, the tribes, head hunting was very prevalent. The Ibans especially took to cutting off people's heads. This was the common practice they did, and they did it for privilege. The more heads one cut, the more prestige he got, the more honor there was in the community. So they could just cut off anyone's head, strangers' heads. This is the environment that Mill Hill was brought into in order to help the situation, to bring peace. I feel very glad and privileged to be serving in Kapit Parish. The reason being that the first 4 Mill Hill missionaries to come, though they split, 2 of them remained in Kuching, the other 2 traveled the Rajang River, up the Rajang River. And one of the first mission stations they built was Kapit Parish, where I am serving. Anyway, that was in 1882. 1 year later, in 1883, they moved down river to a more central place. The place is known as Kanoit. So from that year on, all these places were taken care of by Kanoit Mission. I also feel glad because when I was first appointed to Sarawak, to Malaysia, my first mission station was Kanoit, where I served for 2 years. There are 2 things attributed to Cardinal Herbert Vaughan, our founder, that has impacted my life in terms of vocation and mission. The first one is, it is documented that when Vaughan had just started Mill Hill as a society for foreign missions, there were some dissenting voices. And this was because at that time, England needed priests badly. Christians were Catholics were a minority and they were getting persecuted. So they were looking for more priests. But then Vaughan was training priests to go out, not to serve in England. And it is said that when people told him, no, please, let the priests be diocesan priests to serve in England, he answered that though we only have a few, the few that we have to share with others. This has really taught me about self-giving and readiness to serve and love others while fully trusting God. I think it was because of the trust that Vaughan had that he could easily send the few that he had. The second thing that Cardinal Vaughan stressed was that each of us is unique. And since each of us has a different giftedness, we all have a specific, special, personal, and unique vocation within the larger vocation and charism of Mill Hill. In addition, he stressed that these unique contributions of members should be encouraged and nurtured so that the mission of God can be carried out well. This attitude that he had has encouraged me a lot to develop my unique giftedness and to share it out with others. It has also helped me to know that I don't have to be like other people. I have to be myself. I have to acknowledge my strengths and weaknesses, work on them, and try to be myself as much as possible. And I see this also with the first missionaries who came to Malaysia. Each of them was different. In fact, here they call them that Mill Hill have been a jack of all trades. What this means is that there have been different, very, very different contributions that the Mill Hillers have brought in. For example, Father Clark, he made a sawmill in Mill Hill and taught people how to use it. Father Heidegger, who was in Kuching, invented what looked like cement. That time there was no cement here. But he invented cement and then made a very solid church. Father Westerwort taught people of Mount Sinai how to plant coffee. The brothers Anthony and Bernard Muller, who were in Dalat and Mocha respectively, invented telephone line when there was no telephone line here. So they could talk with each other from the different parishes through their own telephone line that they invented. And not to forget Brother Martin Snoren. What did he do? To the people of Bundutuhan, who did not have anything, they only had a barren land. He taught them how to plant cabbages, how to plant carrots, something they had never done before. And right now, the people of Bundutuhan are supplying the whole of Malaysia with what Brother Ben taught them. That is their contribution now to Malaysia. And that was the contribution of some of our Mill Hill members to the people of Malaysia. So I really feel privileged. I feel like a dwarf standing on the back of these giants, missionary giants who came before us. I have a lot to learn from them. I really admire their enthusiasm. I admire their strength. I admire their courage, all that they did when they came here. Imagine that when they came, there was no transport that we have nowadays. They had to use boats. Because Sarawak, even up to now, is a very difficult terrain. The terrain is very difficult to navigate. It is a forest. We have to travel by water transportation, boats. Thank God now we use engine boats. When they came, they used to paddle all these boats. They traveled long distances trying to evangelize these difficult people the people who were all thinking about war at that time, and they traveled evangelizing them. Right now, one of my outstations, it takes us 2 days to reach the outstation, Longsingut. I wonder, the first missionaries who came, how long it took them. Because nowadays, we go faster. The transportation has become faster. Yet we take 2 days. For them, they took months to go. They started when there was no Christian. Now it is estimated that in Malaysia, we have more than 2 million Christians. What a great work they did. Just from the small seeds that they sowed have now blossomed. Though Malaysia Christians are still few, only 3.17%, according to the statistics given. But the work they did was tremendous, and people's faith has become stronger and stronger. The people now can rely on themselves, though they still need missionaries to come in so that we can still continue sharing the mission of Christ. The harvest is still large in Malaysia. The harvest is still large in Sarawak. There are few priests. There are few people. The laity still need to be taught so that they can give more of themselves in mission, so that they can take mission not as helpers but as their essential work, as their call. We still need to do a lot to encourage the laity to do the work. But we must thank Mill Hill missionaries for all that they did, especially the pioneer ones and the Mill Hill missionaries who are still going on now. So as we celebrate 150 years, I feel so glad for the work that the first missionaries who came to Malaysia did. Thank you.